Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is February 19, 2025. Daily analysis. S&P 500 got into brand new all-time high. So 61.35. We just got 10 points above yesterday close, and that's kind of like a bullish momentum. You're still in within this bullish consolidation. Very light volume for the market, and today we just got a very rare signal that we can see, but this is very rare. Uh, the number of put options actually increased a lot while we have this at new all-time high. Usually people are getting into FOMO and they're getting into call option, but right now everyone is hedging and putting lots of put options in their portfolio. So that's why I would say market is not topped yet, and we may see go higher down the road, especially 62 to 6300. Just this is contrary indicator. When people are piling into put options, especially at new all-time high, this means we are not running out of the gas. We still have a bullish momentum to the upside. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to Nasdaq, which was kind of like a leading today as well, but this is kind of like a tweezer doji, actually triple doji at the top. Usually they call it as like a reversal. I would say this is a bullish consolidation. Even if we get back to the downside to 21,700, that would be kind of like a back test of this broken trend line. And we may see some kind of like the bullishness is coming back again to the market. So I know lots of people are saying indicators are kind of like overbought. If you just look at this is a stochastic momentum. If you're getting to the overbought, but look at this. So we have been in overbought since December 2024, and we are in a bullish consolidation, and there is nothing wrong. So any kind of like a dip to the downside would be bought by investors or traders. So this volatility still stays here. However, after breakout, I would say this is gonna be just a consolidation, and we may see some kind of like a rally to, as I said before, 23,300. That's the area that I'm looking at for Nasdaq, and that is um, could be the potential top for the market. Dow Jones, just another doji bar, bullish consolidation. Nothing wrong with the candles here. I know it's kind of like a slightly below SMA 20, but don't get me wrong. So this is not important, especially when market is in a choppy period. So since January 2025, we are in a choppy period. So for 2 months, we are in a bullish consolidation, and this triangle is getting um, tighter and tighter. And any breaking through, I would say, is gonna tackle to this area, 45,000. Breaking through above this, 46,000 is coming down the road. Gold, just the doji bar as well. Today was the lots of dojis actually today. Gold hit brand new all-time high, nominal all-time high, got back down, and right now 29. 35 still we are positive, but look at that, just less than dollar compared to yesterday close. So if it consolidates here, that means the bullish momentum is coming. Remember, my target is going to be 32 to 3,300 for this year gold, and still that's going to be the case. Moving on to silver, another doji bar here, nothing special. So after yesterday's surge, right now we are just hitting a doji bar here. If it consolidates here, I would say it's going to digest this shooting a star, and it can go higher to this double top or even higher high. So we will give market benefit of doubt for the next day or two. If you see some kind of like a choppiness, that's going to be backing and filling, nothing more. Moving on to crude. Crude just got into bullish momentum, and we are forming, I would say the bottom is here. So MACD indicator is sloping higher. We are getting into positive territory. RSI getting better, still below 50%, which is not good. But stochastic momentum is forming a very nice divergence, bullish divergence to the upside. Although uh, uh, price action is pretty good. So when we see some kind of like a this ending diagonal formation at a very important level, we should just give market benefit of doubt. The rejection today was at $73, just on top of this white range bar, and also crossover for SMAs. So I wouldn't care, to be honest, about SMAs. The more important one is going to be price action. When we are getting into choppy, sloppy, moving averages are going to be worthless, actually. So they're not going to show us anything. Moving averages are going to be good tool. if we are in a bullish momentum trending upside or downside, that's going to give us a momentum. Otherwise, it's very, very worthless. Moving on to Bitcoin, which is positive today, not a bad session. So all in all, I should say, even as long as we are seeing like a low, here's the higher low, and here another higher low. Let me just show it here. Here's the low, higher low, and higher low. We are giving Bitcoin bullish a momentum. If we breaking through, I would say we are going to see a spike up, potentially even to new all-time high, 110. So that would be the case. If we get back to the downside, if we get below this low, which is 94,000, then we're going to see a sharp decline to 86, 88,000. And also, I would love to see Bitcoin 74 to 76,000. So this mid-February is going to be a decisive moment for all Bitcoin, altcoins, and Ethereum, etc. So keep an eye on those ones. Ethereum, just getting back to the upside right now, it's forming a bullish consolidation, a small bullish consolidation. Not a bad shape at all, especially after this wide range bar here. Look at this shadow. So I would be positive on Ethereum rather than Bitcoin. If I want to pile into crypto, I would pile into Ethereum rather than Bitcoin at this stage of the game because of the risk reward and also because of the momentum. If this one is getting back to the upside, it's going to have more gain compared to Bitcoin. Bond yield getting back to the downside, small bearish consolidation here, 4.27%. So bond yield, if it goes below this 4.17, it can go lower to middle of this white range bar. Moving on to Treasury, which is getting back to the upside when bond yield is down, Treasury is up. So we need to get above this $90. As long as we are below $90, we just need to be cautious about the more kind of like a bearish momentum. But right now, we are challenging this trend line. And this is first time. This is the first time. This is second time. And third time. But in third time, we are seeing lots of challenges on the trend line, which means the trend line is getting weaker and weaker. Moving on to VIX. VIX is down today, 15.27, still above $12. If we get to $12, I would say stock market is really at the top information. So we need to keep an eye on this. Right now, I would say this is going to be a volatile period. So any pullback in the stock market could be just a small spike in VIX, potential to $20, and sold off on VIX. It means buy the dip in the stock market. Moving on to Dixie. Dixie just getting back to the upside, a reversal last week, and we got back to the upside. This is wide range bar. We may see some kind of like a still moving to 107.70. But after that, I would say if we get back to the bearish momentum, I wouldn't be surprised at all. So we may see some kind of like another rally to 107, even 50, and then getting back to the downside. No surprise at all for this. All right, moving on to individual names, starting with Apple. Apple, just the momentum is getting back to the upside right now. Bullish consolidation within this white range bar. More consolidation means more higher price to go. So stay tuned for that one. Amazon, after this bearish kind of like a correction to this area, I would say Amazon forming the bottom here. So 220 still is going to be the case, but I would say Amazon is forming the bottom. So if Amazon is getting back to the upside, we should see more upside in Nasdaq as well. Also the same here for Meta. After yesterday crash, today we just got a doji bar gap down and forming a bottom. Even if it is ABC corrective move, the B wave is going to push the stock market higher. Microsoft. So this stock is getting back to the reversal. I would say this Microsoft doesn't go anywhere since last year, this time. But right now, we are just getting into important level 414, and I would say more upside is coming for Microsoft. So for those ones who want to get into long position, I would say this is a very good spot for Microsoft because it can go higher, at least to this area, to 444, which is going to be another $40, $30 actually to the upside, and that would be nice gain for Microsoft. Less than 10%, but in this environment, if you get like a 5 to 6% in a, let's say, a month, that would be great. Moving on to Google. Google just bouncing back up today. Bullish Harami. I would say Google is trying to find a bottom here. So 185 is the scenario right now. Moving on to Netflix. Netflix after yesterday's sell-off, just getting back to the upside. Still momentum is higher. Tesla forming a bullish consolidation here. I know it was rejection on 366, but Still, this is gonna be a bullish if you ask me. So if we get back to this trend line, we need to see some kind of like a breaking through above this a 400 level. So as long as we are below 400, we should just be cautious. But if we get above 400 level, I would say Tesla is getting back to new all-time high. Even 520 to 540 is coming down the road. Even double top is going to be very foreseeable scenario. This is a nice bull flag, but we need to get through above 400 level. Moving on to SMH, Semiconductor Index 257, nicely getting back up. I would say it's going to fill out this gap. This gap fill is coming, and semis are going to get stronger and stronger. NVIDIA is coming. Earning is coming, I believe, next week. So that's going to be very, very important for the market overall. If NVIDIA shoot up to the upside, which I believe it's going to happen, I'm not sure the reaction after that, because every single time when we see NVIDIA just like gapped up, highly to new all-time high, sellers took control and then took the position. So we'll see how it goes. But right now, I would say 257 for SMH. It can go through to 260. Moving on to SOX, the same pattern. This one, because it's loaded more than SMH for Texas Instrument, it's just leading to the upside gap field right now. Texas had a fantastic day. We will get that one as well. Moving on to Taiwan Semiconductor forming a bearish candle, but I would say this is not a rolling top. This is potentially, it's just a corrective move with then the next rally to the upside. Moving on to AMD, just slightly going higher today, $114. And after hours, AMD just getting back to the upside as well. But right now, I would say AMD is forming a bottom here. If we get back to the upside, we need to get above 120. 120, if it engulf 120, then 137 is coming down the road. Moving on to NVIDIA, which is forming a nice consolidation prior this trend line here. So I would say more consolidation means more higher prices coming down the road. So stay tuned for that one, especially earning is coming. I would say this can break in through to new all-time high, but after that, we should see some kind of like a good corrective move to the downside. So stay tuned for that one. Moving on to Texas Instrument, getting back to the upside nicely. Huge run for today, just breaking through above this dynamic trend line. I would say Texas can go to 200 level, and then 200 level, it's going to consolidate. But after that, we may see some kind of like a rally to the upside. This means military defensive name is coming down the road as well for a good bullish momentum. I know General Dynamic, LMT, Lockheed Martin, they're just hammered, but recently they just show a sign of reversal. So Texas, the same, it's going to be a leader in this industry as well. Moving on to Lam Research, a nice move to the upside, $90 touched, goes to this candle here. And Lam Research, there are lots of resistance here, but it's holding up very well. We just go one trench after each other. So it goes above this wide range bar. This is bullish. Right now, we need to keep kind of like a consolidating or holding above 86. If it holds above 86 on a weekly basis, then it can go higher to 95. Then the next target is going to be 101, which is going to be my target for a long time. Moving on to XLF, which is financials, getting back to the upside, pretty close to the all-time high. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. No problem for that chart yet. Moving on to KBE 58 75 cents, still forming very choppy. KRE, the same pattern here, 64 10 cents. And JP Morgan, I would say this one hits a nominal new all-time high, but came back down. And today, candle was positive, but overall, it was negative day compared to yesterday. Goldman Sachs, the same pattern here. Bearish Harami at top. It's not strong signal though. We need to see some kind of like a confirmation. Even if it goes down to 610, still within this bullish momentum, it can go higher. Moving on to Bank of America, nicely getting back down, but hammer candle. This means buyers are coming back. If we get a follow through, we may see some kind of like a triple top. Moving on to Wells Fargo bearish Harami, but still it's choppy and forming consolidation, which is bullish. Moving on to gold miners. Gold miners just getting back to the upside today. 41.48 even after hours. It just hit a little bit, but I would say this is not that bad pattern. So this wide range bar on Friday, it just panicked everyone. This is kind of like a washout low. If we get back to the upside, if we get above this, that would be a bullish momentum. GDXJ, the same pattern here, 51.2 cents. AEM, this is a leader just getting back to the upside confirmation after yesterday bullish Harami. We got positive candle today. Newmont, it's forming a consolidation, not a bad pattern here. It can tackle to $50 to $51. Gold Barrick nicely moving higher today as well. So nice spot to $19 coming back down. So this is the gap fill. We should see some kind of like a consolidation backing and filling. Overall, I would say $20 to $21 coming down the road for this stock. Moving on to XLE, which is energy market. When we are getting close to this pivot, rejections are getting more and more, but don't panic. This is just a typical reaction to this pivotal point, which is $94 is going to be strong resistance. OIH, it's not actually doing good. It's forming a very, I would say, ugly price action here. This is within this trend. Usually it's just a breaking through to the downside, sorry. If it breaking through, that would be a failure pattern. It can go higher, but I would say this is not good. OIH actually right now it's lagging and it's not good. Moving on to Exxon. Exxon after shoot to the sky today, what Oxy actually just came up with a fantastic earning, going higher today, 6%, coming back down, just reaction to this level. If we get back a positive momentum tomorrow, then we should see some kind of like a bullish momentum. Here is the Chevron, close positive, not a bad session at all. So 157, keep an eye on 160. If it breaks through above 160, we can go higher as well. All right, folks, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.